Good day, Tide Point. Welcome to the December Executive Director Forum. My name is Michael Friedel, your Executive Director, and so pleased you could join me today. You're actually viewing this after Christmas, so I'd like to wish you a belated Merry Christmas, but happy holidays to you and your family, and all the best wishes for a Happy New Year. So before I get started into the presentation, I'd just like to take a different approach, and I received on my desk this morning a couple comments, two from members about the wind down that took place recently, and then two from the care center. So I wanted to read them for you because they just are so packed with some great things that are taking place here at Tide Point. Great things in execution from our dining team and then from the care staff as well. So I'm going to read through them. The first one is from a member that recently attended the wind down. The wind down has been taken to a new level by our chef. Brian is doing a fantastic job. We had a large crowd tonight and everybody was talking about how wonderful the food was. Thank you for all you're doing to make Tide Point so special and a place we call home. And then received another one from the wind down as well. We just got home from the wind down Wednesday. It was fabulous. Brian has taken the celebration about 3 levels up from where we were in the past. Having food to complement the 2 white wines that started evening is wonderful. The food is hot and so much easier to eat than all the 4 courses on the same plate. I guess there's a reference to prior wind downs before Brian got here. After the white wine is served and we enjoy our food, out comes these delicious foods matched to complement the red wines. It is similar to wind downs held at restaurants on the island, charging $125 per person. We are so fortunate to have a chef that has the skills to treat us so very special. We love Brian. Thank you for all you're doing to make the quality of our lives better. So I just want to pause there for a minute. There's a couple words here that resonated with me and really touched me as I was reading through these 2 comments about the wind down. One was the quality of our lives and how just this experience with some of the members actually enhances the quality of lives. And that's really one of the reasons that members move in here. It's for that reason alone. But then on the prior comment, it actually shared that Tide Point is so special, makes it so special in a place we call home. And the reason that resonated for me is, yes, the members call Tide Point home, but also many of our staff call Tide Point home. If you think about it, we're here 8 to 10 hours a day. Sometimes we're here spending more time with you all than we spend with our families. So some great comments about the dining program. And I would agree, Chef Brian and the culinary team and the dining team have really elevated the program. So then there's 2 comments from our care center. So this is from a member, and she writes that Sarah is an excellent nurse. She has cared for this member in the most caring and professional manner. We always feel comfortable approaching her with any concerns. She always addresses them in a timely fashion. And then the second one is another nurse. Emily exhibits the height of professionalism. Her tender, loving care manner is endearing not only to the resident, but also the family. Emily takes time to answer questions and explain any new concerns. Her care of this member has been phenomenal. She treated him like a family member. The 2 members have the utmost respect and admiration for her work ethic and patient care. And once again, as I read these, I hear some familiar terms. Once again, family, treated us like family, a member of their family, and the attention that they provided and timeliness that they provided the care, and how they felt comfortable just really resonates with me, and hopefully that resonates with you, because if you've ever stayed in our care center, from my understanding, I received quite a few comments from members that have stayed there. That is their feeling when they leave, that the care has just been genuine, respectful, high quality, and helps them get better and gets them back home. So wanted to share those 2 comments with you. So as we take a look at the presentation today, I'm going to really focus on 4 things. One is the 2024 priorities, community priorities. Many of you have already heard that at the annual meeting, but some members have not heard that, so I wanted to share it again. And then we're going to take a look at some wellness updates from our team that's going to share just some ways to stay safe and healthy this holiday season. And then also I'm going to share a little bit about the direct debit opportunity for members to sort of have their annual their monthly fee deducted directly out of their account. I'm just going to share high level what that's about, and then I'm going to wrap up with some updates for you. So let's take a look at our community priorities for 2024. There's 6 that our team is going to focus on, and the first being the continued safety, health, and well-being of members and staff. So if you take a look, and I'm going to share more details on this in January about the resident satisfaction survey, but I have an opportunity as the executive director to see the verbatims and the comments that residents have shared. And many of those comments really do share thoughts on that they feel safe at the community. As a matter of fact, I think there's a question on that in the survey, and 96% of our members say they do feel safe at the community. So we're going to continue to stay focused on that through our security program, and then also through our gatehouse. And then health and well-being of members. So we really focus on health and well-being of members in many ways. Our resident services team does that, our lifestyles team does that, our health center does that, wellness as well. And we're going to continue to do that in 2024. Secondly, we're going to continue a strong partnership with the TCA board and committees to drive overall resident satisfaction, working together and supporting each other to make life even better for the members. So there's some key words that I put in there that I think and that I hope resonate with you and the board and the committee chairs. And one of those is working together in partnership, and then the others supporting each other. So in my first 90 days here, it's been about 3 months since I've been here. I've had an opportunity to work with Mr. Perryman and the board and many of you as committee chairs, vice chairs, and committee members, and then the greater member population. And one of the things that I have felt is the support that each and every one of you have given me, but also the team. Not to say there's not problems, concerns, questions that come up. Certainly that's going to happen, but I have felt supported, and hopefully you feel supported as well from our cabinet members and employees. And I think in partnership that this community, it's already a great place to live. We can do even better and elevate the experience for the members that live here. The third item is maintaining a high occupancy and independent living, ensuring the Tide Point lifestyle is experienced by even more individuals. So many of you have heard, maybe through the committees, maybe at some of my other forums, that we're 100% occupied. We continue to be 100% occupied. There's great demand for Tide Point, and we want to keep it that way. And we do that in many different ways, through creating a great member experience, through hiring the best staff that we can, through delivering the services that you expect consistently, through elevating our dining program and other programs, and we want to continue to do that. The fourth item is ensuring operations and leadership at Broad Creek and other health care services throughout the community remain high quality with an unyielding focus on person-centered care. So many of you have had an opportunity to visit Broad Creek. Many of you volunteer at Broad Creek. But earlier, just previously, I shared 2 comments from a member that has had a great experience with our nurses at Broad Creek. So we want to continue as we look forward into 2024 to ensure that members and visitors that might come in for a Med-A stay for rehab get the best experience. So, and we're going to focus in on that. The fifth item is executing a strong workforce engagement strategy. Workforce engagement and retention strategy to ensure we continue to attract, develop, and retain employees. So that's really about the folks that deliver the services to you as the members. So that is key that we try to minimize vacancies in the operation. But when we do have a vacancy, that we have a program to attract the highest quality individual to fill that position. We do that in many different ways. And then also developing them once they get here. We have one of the best, we have a really, I think in the industry, a very well recognized training and development program for our employees. Matter of fact, I've been here 3 months and I've taken 41 online classes, which is a lot. So that's a lot of hours. Not everyone takes 41 hours. Some of that is because I'm a new hire employee. But the point is that our hourly employees and our leadership team actually get a lot of training throughout the year. So not only is it via computer, but also at our leadership meetings, we focus on training, and then also at our department meetings, we focus on training. And then the last thing is retaining employees. So you're going to hear in just a little bit a thank you from many of our employees about the Employee Appreciation Fund. And I hope that that message really resonates with you, because certainly the resources that they received right around the Christmas holiday really touched their heart and really resonated with them. And what you're going to hear from them is just a big thank you. But I've heard some additional stories, deeper stories in terms of the impact that that has on each and every family. So I wanted to say, just I guess take a minute right now to say thank you. Over $173,000 was raised for our employees, and they do appreciate it, and they're going to share that with you. But that's maybe one area that helps retain employees. There's other ways that we retain employees, and one of that is through recognition, through meetings that we hold. The training program obviously supports that. Great leaders support that. As a matter of fact, you'll find in some of the data that employees leave if they don't have a good leader, a strong leader, one that resonates and has a relationship with them. So we're going to focus on our leadership team to help drive employee retention. And then the fifth thing is successfully support and manage several significant capital improvement projects. So as we look into 2024, the biggest one on the horizon is phase 2 of the refurbishment. So this may be breaking news, some of you may have already heard, but we were originally slated to start phase 2 the second week of January. And earlier this week, I got some news that that's going to be pushed back 3 weeks to the start of February. And the reason behind that, why we have to do that, is because the countertops that are ordered are not fully fabricated. So that is actually holding back the start of the project. Certainly, we don't want to get to a point where we're 75% done and then we're waiting on the countertops to be delivered. We want to have this flow as smoothly as possible as we move through that. And then the last thing is to continue to adapt communication methods to ensure members and staff feel heard and informed. And we do that in many different ways. And I do think in the first quarter that I'm going to share with the members through one of my forms, just the ways that we communicate, some of the additional layers of communication that we're going to be adding in. But I did want to just tune you into something real quick, and you'll see this later on in the presentation, that I'm going to be hosting a forum separate from the Executive Director Forum. It's going to be called Mingle with Mike, which is really where I'll have an opportunity to provide some brief updates about the community, but then give you all an opportunity to be able to take the mic and ask questions. Maybe a little dangerous for me, possibly. You never know what you're going to get. But I do think it does open up communication in a way that we haven't seen it here before. So I'm excited about that and that opportunity. That's going to be a live in-person talk. It's not going to be a videotape, so would encourage you to attend. And we'll have some coffee there as well. So I'm going to move on to the wellness updates. And really, this is centered around how can you protect yourself and your loved ones during this holiday season. Some of this you may have heard before. I think it is timely and important. We're in flu season, although we don't have any cases of COVID and flu here now. You never know when that's going to pop up. It is traveling through the country. So these areas will help you stay safe and then also help keep the greater membership safe and our employees safe as well. So encourage you to stay up to date on vaccines. That's really important. Practice good hand hygiene and cover your coughs and sneezes. If you're feeling ill, stay home until you're feeling better. Call the wellness center. Get tested. Even if you just have been in contact with somebody that might have COVID or the flu and not really feeling sick, sometimes that presents itself as asymptomatic. You might have it, but you just don't have the symptoms. So would encourage you to just follow some of the protocol that we've seen over the last 3 to 4 years. Clean any high-touch areas, such as your phones, your remotes, your doorknobs, kitchen countertops. We do the same throughout the community. And then exercise regularly. I think that helps to build resistance to any of the viruses that are floating around. And then also, I had already mentioned, stay home if you're sick, avoid others if you're sick, stay hydrated, that's really important. Eating well is very important. I would encourage you, we have great meals in the dining program, and the only reason I say that is because, and I don't know if the members are truly aware, we do a lot of to-go orders. I think maybe 80 to 100 on a daily basis, which is a lot for this community. I would encourage you to enjoy, the rest of the members and those relationships that you have with other members in the dining room. Our dining program has definitely improved, and this is a great opportunity to connect with folks throughout the day. And then if you are coming out of an illness, not sure you're 100% clear, wear a mask if you're around others. That can always help reduce the number of germs you breathe in, but also protect others. And then the last one I just wanted to share is if there's an opportunity to improve airflow in your home by continuous circulation of air or ventilation, that's always helpful. So as we get close to wrapping it up, I did want to share a little bit about the direct debit option. Michelle gave me some information, and many members may not know that we have that, but if you're interested in eliminating the need to write a monthly check to Tide Point and ensure that the deadlines for payment are met, you can tie into our direct debit program, and you can get a form. The form is actually found on the app under Forms, and then you can share that with our accounting team. You can reach out to Nancy Sims in accounting. She can also help support you if you need assistance with filling out that form. And as I wrap up today, just a couple updates that I'd like to share. I've already shared the news about Mingle with Mike, but the date on that is going to be January 11th, and that's going to be at 10 a.m., and that's going to be right here in the Clubhouse Ballroom. Would encourage you to join us if you can. It'll be our first one. Some of this we're going to have to play by ear a little bit, but I do think it's a great opportunity for members to come down and just have a conversation, coffee, mingle with others, talk to the executive director, ask questions that are on your mind. We'll have somebody here with a microphone sort of going through to make sure everybody's heard, and then we'll also have some folks here taking notes so that, for me, we're able to follow up with our cabinet about what the issues are. And then later in the month in January, on January 25th at 10 a.m. is going to be the Executive Director Forum. And at that forum, I'm actually going to dive in a little bit deeper on the Resident Satisfaction Survey results. So we're going to take a look at that, dive deeper into each department, take a look at the results. I'd love to have you here for that. Hear your feedback and comments, because that's going to be so important as we frame up our action plan for 2024. So with that, I'd like to once again thank you for joining us for the Executive Director Forum. Once again, all the best for a joyous and happy holiday season. Happy New Year to you. Have a great day, Tide Point.